We are coming to you live from $1 Million Studios. Your boys, Chris Speez,
a.k.a. the White Willie.
And the benchmark of professional wrestling, Mr. Silky Baines.
That would make me the Black Johnson.
The fucking Black Johnson.
Yes.
Speez of the Benchmark Show on a Thursday night, November 29th, 2018. We thank you so much for being with us. Everybody with us here. Everybody with us, the Black Johnson. Jesus. I'm totally flustered.
It just sounds
lost.
so much bigger than Willie, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Because it is.
Everybody with us here on Periscope, over on the YouTubes, or listen to us after the fact on the podcast. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, anywhere you can hear your favorite podcasts.
Shout out to Mac Diesel for already dropping some super hearts on us.
Thank you, Mac Diesel. We appreciate that, sir. And Mac Diesel also getting himself his Speez of the Benchmark heel turn imminent shirt. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah. Look at those babies right there.
Bam.
Bargain price of $20, folks, on the website. You folks listening to the podcast obviously can't see them, but you can check us out on Twitter, at Speez Benchmark, and just send us a message. Let us know what size you need. You can ship us over send us over the $20 via PayPal, and we'll get you squared away. We'll get them in the mail soon. So Juanito got himself one. Mac Diesel got himself one. They're going fast, folks. It's not like we got a ton of them.
Shout out to Warren Hayes. He just said, "What's up, fellas?"
Mr. Warren Hayes, good to have you with us, sir. You can always catch his programming on Mondays and Tuesdays following Raw and SmackDown Live.
And Kobe1718 says he's watching us and football.
Well, there you go.
I like to call that the dream.
Who wants to watch Monday night or Thursday night football? The game should be over by now. I figure the Saints probably got it locked up already.
Yeah.
Cowboys are terrible. The
They
Saints
are pretty
great.
bad.
So don't watch that nonsense. You need to be here. You need to be here for our big announcement tonight because we got good stuff going on. Before we get to that, again, if you want to help out the cause, you can leave a tip at the tip jar, tinyurl.com/SB-tipjar. And the phone lines are open. 832-937-4559 is the phone number to get in.
That's 832-93-SILKY.
832-93-SILKY. Now, I've been teasing an announcement here, Silky, on what we're going to do this holiday season. And I know some folks are already like, we're doing Christmas
Cowboys
stuff already.
Cowboys are leading 10-0.
Oh, shit. Well,
made you look like a jackass.
Saints will come back. Don't worry about it. So I put the word out on Twitter that I wanted to try to get a lot of people in here to talk about what we had planned for the holidays this season. So something very near and dear to me and Silky, me in particular. Those of you who listen to the show often might know that I was a teacher for a while. And thank God I got out of that racket. I love being a teacher, but holy cow, you want to talk about a stressful-ass, low-paying job that just seems to be getting worse? That's it.
Yep.
Would you ever be a school teacher?
Hell no, you can't hit a kid. Fuck that.
That's part of the problem. You can't hit kids anymore.
Or you can't call them stupid, or, you can't cuss them out. Like, the fuck are you talking about?
That is usually frowned upon.
That is? Then, nah, I'm good.
Okay, well, I got out of the teaching profession. But before I did, was very fortunate to work at a school down here in the Fort Bend School District here in Houston. And every year we partnered with this group called Santa's Exchange. And what it was is they took toy donations and they had a toy drive. Basically, it was held at this particular church for underprivileged families. And our kids would donate toys and we would take them over there. Now, here's the story here, Silky. Before I got there was one joker that used to drive around in a minivan. And he would hit every school in the school district and basically get all the toy donations from every school in one trip all the way around, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And my school happened to be a fairly well-off school. There were a lot of well-off families there. Right. So I pimped the shit out of this thing. And these kids totally took to it. They went nuts. I want to show you guys a couple pictures here of what this toy drive looked like at Satarsha Middle School. Shout out to the good folks at Satarsha Middle School. So this was the very first year. Look at that. Over 400 toys the very first year that we did it. They donated bikes. They donated skateboards. I mean, it was all over the place. It was outstanding. All right. And I made a deal with the principal that if you donated a bike, you could actually ride your bike in the hallways during class at one point during the year. So check this out. This is us. That's the principal on the back of my bike there. How cool is that?
That is kind of cool.
And we just took a ride all around the school hallways on the bicycles that the kids had donated for this toy drive. So we did this for about.
Isn't that kind of fucked up though?
What is fucked up about that? That's amazing.
It is amazing that you guys were giving the gifts, but You basically play with toys that you got for someone else.
No,
that's
we
a little
didn't
bit
play
fucked
with them.
up.
We just drove. We took them
That's
for a
a
test
little bit
drive.
fucked up.
You got to warm them up a little bit. But
That's
anyway,
a little fucked up.
Here's my point. So basically, we got like over 400 the first year, went to over 700 the second year. I said my goal 1 year is we're going to get 1,000 toys. And the second last year I was there, we got over 1,000 toys donated. It was absolutely amazing. And that is the thing that I miss the most about teaching. It was so cool, and I loved it. And I started thinking the other day, I was like, you know what? We have this badass wrestling community on Twitter. We have all these people like Warren Hayes, all these other folks that we talk to, Smart to Death, Talkomania, Get the Tables, Dr. Huge, all these guys, all these folks that listen to all these programs. And I was like, there is absolutely no reason that we can't do something like this again.
Yes.
And so, with that in mind, we are very proud to announce here on the Speez and the Benchmark Show, the very first Speez and the Benchmark Show Toy Drive 2018, benefiting the Fort Bend County Women's Center. Tell the folks what they need to do, Silky. It's very simple.
All they need to do, they need to go to tinyurl.com/SBToyDrive2018, and you'll see the Amazon wish list. Buy something off of it, and you see down in the corner the address to send it to, $1 Million Studios.
There you go.
And new unwrapped gifts.
That's right. Don't wrap them up. Don't put any crappy wrapping paper on it or anything like that. Just send the gifts there. Here's the cool thing about the Amazon wish list, folks. It's set up, and we got all the details coming right there on the bottom, right there for you. All right, they're going to be scrolling on the show between now and December 14th, so you know exactly what's going on. Okay? Here's the deal. When you go to the Amazon wish list, if that's where you want to buy toys, it's set up so that when you go to check out, the shipping information is already taken care of. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is hit purchase, and you're good to go. And we know you all got Amazon Prime, so it's free 2-day shipping. It's not like you got to pay for shipping.
Yep.
You got Amazon Prime?
I don't know, because I don't really shop on Amazon.
My wife shops on Amazon all the time. Yeah. I get Amazon Prime. Here's the thing, folks. We wanted to do something to give back on this program. You guys are very cool with us. We're very grateful for everything that we have here, but this is something that I have seen work personally and seen the effect that it has on these people. And basically what happens, folks, is they take all these toys, all these donations from everywhere, and they put them in this huge room, and they basically just turn it into this gigantic toy store for these families. And the Fort Bend County Women's Center, for those of you that don't know, houses women and children who are escaping, basically, physically abusive relationships. They're trying to get away, and they need a place to go. And they come to the Women's Center. And so these are kids that could definitely use something to smile about this Christmas season.
Yes.
So what better spot to go and do something for somebody else than right here for this toy drive? It'll be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the great part is, like, you don't even have to leave your house if you don't want to.
No, that's why we set up the Amazon wish list. It's all right there for you.
Goddamn, dude.
It's right there for you. I love it.
But
I'm fired up.
You loud talking.
I'm fired up.
Talking.
You know why I'm fired up? Because we're making it happen for the kids this holiday season.
Yes,
and I know that Twitter's going to step up huge. Now, we got to set a goal here.
Yes.
We got to set a goal. All right? We got to get a number. I don't think we're going to get 1,000 toys. At least not the first year.
Yeah.
We'll get there. I know we will.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely get there.
But we got to set up a number. What do we want to get to in order to feel like this year was a success? Because I feel like if we set a number for ourselves, that we can do it. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, let's just do like 1% of, we have about, collectively through, Facebook, Twitter, then Periscope and YouTube, we've collectively got about 6,000 followers of the show. So if we can get about 1% of that, I think that would be a great number.
You think 1% participation?
Yes, 1%.
Okay. Don't tell me we can't do 1% participation here, people. That would be 60 toys.
That would.
60 toys between now and December 14th. And you guys give us a number out there if you're listening to us in the chat room. What do you think's a fair number? I think 60 toys makes perfect sense. Don't tell me for 1 second that between us and Warren Hayes and Dr. Huge and Get the Tables and Smart to Death and Smart Spot and Irish Whip and all you other guys that listen to the program, Talkomania, all you guys, that we can't get to 60 toys.
I think we can.
That should be stupid easy.
What's up, Big Paws on a Pup?
Glad to have you with us, sir. So, folks, here's the thing. All the information is scrolling right there. And I'm going to say this, and I didn't tell Silky I was going to say this, so hopefully he doesn't get mad, because he does sometimes. Hence the heel turn t-shirt that you can check out right here.
Boom.
At Speez Benchmark on Twitter. And, $20. That's it. $20. It's a great shirt. In all seriousness, yes, we would love it if you bought a t-shirt. All right? That would be great. Yes, we love all you guys that drop super hearts for us. We love all you guys that drop stuff into the tip jar. But here's the thing. I'm totally okay if for the month of December you said, you know what? I'm just going to put the Super Hearts on hold. I'm going to put the tip jar on hold. And instead, I'm going to send a toy to the toy drive. That's totally cool. I would much rather see us make that happen because we'll figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Not to say that we can't use your support because we always can, but let's face it.
These people need, I mean,
these
people need it more than us.
Absolutely. And that's what the holiday season should be all about. So check it out. All of the information is scrolling right there below. You can check out the Fort Bend County Women's Center online if you want to find more information about them. And I'm going to send out this tweet right now. It's going to be our pinned tweet over on the Twitters. So it should be no problem for you to find. And what I need you guys to do, everybody needs to retweet this, man. This is not just a Houston thing. Yeah. This is not just a Speez and the Benchmark thing. I don't give a shit if you even mention our names. If you want to erase the Speez and the Benchmark part of this tweet and just say that it's your own thing, I don't care. That's fine. We're not looking for the credit for this thing. What we're trying to do is help these people that need it. And because these people need it, man, there's no question about it. So the tweet is going out right now. It's got all the information that you need. It's right there on our Twitter page, @SpeezBenchmark. So go check it out and help us spread the word. And if you got somebody who's got a shit ton of followers and you need them to retweet it, send them a message and tell them to retweet it, man. This thing needs to get everywhere. It's got to get everywhere. We got to get it out there to as many people as we can because I want to see this thing be a big success. I want to see these kids enjoy their Christmas. I volunteered at these things in the past when these parents actually show up and get to shop. And I can't tell you how many of them come up to us who are volunteering there and say, you know, this is the first time I've been able to give my kid Christmas present in years. Years. Could you imagine like not coming down on Christmas morning and not having any Christmas gifts?
No.
That would suck.
No, it definitely would.
But you know what? It's going to be a hell of a lot more kids that don't have to worry about that because we're going to make it happen right here on the Speez and the Benchmark show. The Toy Drive 2018. You see the info. It's scrolling right down there on the bottom. So check it out. Hit us up on Twitter @SpeezBenchmark. All the details are there. And let's get these. And we're going to take all this shit down back behind us. As much as we enjoy the $1 Million Studios backdrop, we're going to have the workers come in.
Yes.
We're going to pay them a little overtime.
Yeah.
Take down the backdrop here. And we're going to display all the toys that you guys donate right here behind us in $1 Million Studios. So you can see them every week on the show up between now and December 14th. So you'll see everything that you guys are donating there. So it's either going to be a blank wall if we don't come through at all, which I don't believe for 1 second is going to happen.
It won't be.
Or it's going to be filled with a bunch of cool shit that we're going to talk about over the course of the next 2 weeks. I get fired up about these things because this is something that's very important to me, and I hope we do something great with it. And I know we will. We will. So you guys help us spread the good word. All right, Silky. What are the toys that we should be getting, man?
I don't know.
You don't keep up with toys? Now, look at Cooking with Mafia. Sorry, Cooking with Mafia, for just getting over to the YouTube comments now. I had my full screen going on there. Cooking with Mafia says 100 toys.
Well, Cooking with Mafia should definitely kick in.
All right, then.
Let's make that happen.
We'll stick with 60, and
if we go over, great. That's what we want to do. But we also, we just setting the goal that, because it's, in theory, right now it's 2 weeks.
Should be a manageable goal.
We reached out and they got back with us and we set all this up in a matter of days. So, 2 weeks next year we'll have a lot more lead time, so we can definitely raise that. But I believe in 2 weeks we can get 60 toys. Absolutely.
There's no question about that. No question about that. And welcome to you, whoever that is that just joined us there on the Periscopes as well.
Bardano.
And listen, here's the other thing.
Whatever.
So, and I put all kinds of shit on the wish list. Anything. I mean, there's stuff as little as $5 on there because a lot of the stuff that they need there is just to keep people occupied while they're getting them all set up and ready to go. So like board games, card games, stuff like that. If you want to send Uno, it's like $5 or something like that. It's not like you got to make a big financial investment here, people.
Yeah.
If you want to, that's great.
Cards Against Humanity.
It's not going to be Cards Against Humanity. But this Monday on the show will be, our gifts will be here at the very least.
Yes.
Me and the wife are going shopping this weekend. And so we'll have at least our stuff here. And I want to see some of y'all stuff here as well, because I know some of y'all got the Amazon Prime. I know some of y'all can send some gifts this way. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. I'm very much looking forward to this. So if you're catching us on the replay because you're watching the Cowboys get the shit kicked out of them by the Saints, spread the good word. We would very much appreciate that. So, have you looked at the wish list yet, Silky? We haven't talked much about the wish list yet.
No, I have not.
You don't keep up with the stuff. Like, what do you buy your girls for Christmas? What do they want? Are they at the point where they just want money now?
I'm close to it. They want, like, my oldest. She's a very talented drawer artist. She wants ridiculously expensive markers.
We got some of those in the Amazon wish list.
Like the Copic markers. They're like fucking $70 for a pack of like 7.
Okay, not those, but we got some markers and stuff like that for the artistic kids out there. I got you on the drive. Thanks, Juanito. Appreciate that, man. Driving home from work out there on the West Coast in the 619.
And my oldest, she wants a bike, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get her a bike.
No, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. My youngest wants the bike. My oldest is not about outside.
Yeah, she strikes me as the indoor type, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
But she doesn't. Now I'm going to have to get both, because if I get her a bike, I can't complain about the markers, because, my kids don't understand comparative expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
$70 for markers is comparatively expensive. It's not expensive, overly expensive, but for markers.
Yeah.
Like, I can take $70 and she can have a ball and buy like 336 markers at the dollar store. Now those motherfuckers may dry out after the first use, but it's okay. You got 335 others.
That's exactly right. So I'm excited about this. Okay, I'm telling you, on Monday when we come in here and we got gifts behind us, it's going to be great. Sweet. It's going to be sweet. We're spreading the word out on Facebook, Twitter, everything else. Like I said, tag we got to start hitting up some of the people that have been here on the show.
Yeah, definitely.
To help spread, like Rikishi, Shane Taylor, Sammy Guevara, all those guys.
Q, Ryan Davidson.
Guys like Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, if we say something cool about Paul Heyman will retweet it, and that thing will get like 1,000 retweets. It's ridiculous. Paul Heyman, if you're watching the program, you need to retweet this one and send in a few gifts while you're at it, because I know you can afford it. Send a few gifts in to help out the folks at the Fort Bend Women's Center. It's all scrolling there at the bottom for those of you just joining us. So check it out and make something happen.
And Babaruski, yes. Why do you think I'm wrestling 3 weekends in a row?
Yes, he does have.
Because my kids want stuff that's very expensive.
Yeah, my son's at a point now where he's kind of like, if you just want to give me some money and I'll go shopping, that's okay. And I'm like, fine with me.
Oh, yeah.
Fine with me. So let's get to some wrestle talk. I suppose we should do that since we're 20 minutes into the program and we're talking about toys and such. But hey, you know what? That's okay, because it's a big deal to us, and it's going to be a very cool thing. We talked about Monday Night Raw on the previous show this past Monday, an atrocious episode, unfortunately. But SmackDown Live brought their A game.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And it was a very good show. So we're getting closer to tables, ladders, and chairs, and we had a match on Tuesday, a battle royal actually, to see who would be joining Charlotte and Becky in a 3-way tables, ladders, and chairs match.
First ever women's tables, ladders, and chairs.
That's right.
Match.
We have to get that first ever in there because we're having another first ever. And triple threats can get kind of overplayed at times, and we see a lot of them. But we don't want to just keep feeding this Charlotte Becky thing time and time again.
So I like the addition to Asuka because she's like the wild card. You don't know what's going to happen.
Well, see, Jody says no more toys here. Well, that's okay, Jody. You can go toy shopping again now because we know you enjoy that so much, and send some over here to Speez and the Benchmark Show. Let me ask you this. Regarding the Battle Royal, and those of you in the chat room chime in as well, who did you want to see win? Was Asuka the one that you were pulling for? Is that...
She was the one that I thought was going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily I'm pulling for her to win, but I kind of figured she would. This would be the time. Because, I mean, I couldn't think of anyone else on the roster that could have that spot to make it. I mean, if you're going for something like this, the first ever women's tables, ladders, and chairs. And as of right now, I think it's the only advertised tables, ladders, and chairs match on the TLC pay-per-view, which means that there's a good chance this will main event the pay-per-view.
Yeah, probably so. Shout out to you, Dr. Huge. Thanks for the super hearts. Appreciate you. Babaruski said I thought Sonya had it. There were a lot of people online clamoring for Sonya Deville, and this kind of took me by surprise. When did Sonya Deville become like the go-to thing?
I don't know. Maybe when Ronda got there, because I mean she's basically Ronda with actual, time to learn the craft. But only thing I didn't like the end, because literally the end was almost exactly like the end of the Women's Royal Rumble with Asuka and Nikki Bella out on the apron, and Asuka ends up knocking her off. it was almost the same thing. So I felt like they could have been a little more creative of how they got to Asuka winning the match. But other than that, I mean,
what was that move that she hit Sonya Deville with to knock her off? That
was a pop-up knee.
That looked really weird.
Yeah, she does it in the ring. Like, she hooks almost like a hip toss, but instead of flipping, they just jump straight up, and then she brings her knee up.
Yeah, that just looked so manufactured that I was like, what the fuck was that? That was like the weirdest.
Yeah, because it's not enough space on the apron.
Yeah, because it didn't work.
Trust me, I've learned. If that 3 Stages of Hell match taught me anything, is just because you could do it in the fucking ring does not mean you can do it on the apron.
That's right. Looked like a GTS. It kind of did. It's
kind of like a pop-up GTS.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But it's, it was a little bit off. It was a little bit awkward there. 832-937-4559 if you want to get in on the phone line. So, Asuka, Becky, and Charlotte, is there any chance they take the belt off of... Well, let's take it person by person. Let's start with Asuka, because she seems to be the one that, based on recent events, you would say is probably least likely to come out of this match victorious.
She's definitely least likely.
What has to go right in order for Asuka to walk out of TLC as the women's champ? And shout out to you, Get the Tables, for the Super Hearts there. Sorry to interrupt, Sugi.
I can't answer that, because I just don't see a situation, especially with how hot Becky is, and Charlotte's always at the top, and they basically shit on Asuka since she got after WrestleMania. She's just been on a decline down, so I think it would be too much. I like that they putting her back. This may be a step towards getting her back in that mix, but I just don't see it happening, honestly.
It would be tough, and I
can't picture a situation where she actually wins this match.
Well, here's what Dr. Huge says: Charlotte and Becky have to be deceased in order for Asuka to win. Now,
or IBS,
Yeah, in online, I should say, one of the hot rumors would have Becky dropping the title in order for her to have the opportunity to win the Royal Rumble.
So then she can
win it back at WrestleMania. Do you see that being a possibility?
No, I mean, it kind of could be a possibility of her dropping it,
but you still don't see her dropping it to Charlotte, or excuse me, to Asuka.
Not really. I think I see her more dropping it as a means to get in the Royal Rumble, to win the Royal Rumble, to then face Ronda Rousey at Mania.
Exactly, which is why it wouldn't be too far out of the realm of possibility, one would think, for Asuka to come out on top of that one. You could have a WrestleMania rematch between Charlotte and Asuka, and then you've got Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey as your other women's main event over on the Raw side of things.
I don't know if I want to see Asuka and Charlotte again. I'm just not. I'm a fan of Charlotte. Don't get me wrong, phenomenal in the ring.
Yeah,
but at the same token, we've seen her at the top for so long. I'm ready for something a little bit newer.
Well, we're gonna continue to see her at the top. You got to think.
I mean, yeah, but
you got to think.
Yeah, you got to figure she will be at the top. But and like I said on the show, it probably will be that match, because during Mania they like to go with who they feel is proven. So Mania's not the time to test. So to get your Sonya Deville's and Asuka's, your Mandy Rose and Asuka's, you're not going to get that at WrestleMania. You'll get most likely Charlotte. So, and there's not. I propose that they need to just combine the titles at Mania.
Just one women's title, or an undisputed women's champion, if you will.
That works both shows, because then it opens up. Because right now there's so little really on both sides, but Raw has it a little bit better, in my opinion, on competition for the women's championship. So if you make one title, you open it up, and like I say, that champion appears on both shows, then you open that up, and then people want this main event or talk about this women main event in WrestleMania. This is how you do it. So you're talking champion versus champion, unify the titles in the main event at WrestleMania. I mean, and even if you want to, because then you can't really do that, because then that validates the Royal Rumble, which they just set up. But how I would do it is I would have, maybe keep Becky as a champ, keep Ronda as the champ, have Charlotte win the Royal Rumble, and then make the announcement that they are combining. You're going to have one undisputed champion, and it's going to be Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. That would be a way to get that in the main event, because Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey, we've already seen it, so it loses that draw. Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey, while they're both great, I don't think that's a main event for the whole fucking show.
You don't think so?
No.
Because that's what everybody's clamoring for.
But you add Charlotte, and now you've got something there, because now you've got the provenness of Charlotte to perform with the crowd favorite of Becky Lynch and the golden girl of the company, Ronda Rousey. And now that's a reason to have them main event the show over the men. And
WrestleMania does like their triple threats.
Yes.
You know, we get plenty of them.
And that's the best way I think they should do it, because right now the Raw, you can't get excited for either one. And it opens up to so many more matches that you like to see, but you can't see because one's on SmackDown, one's on Raw.
Yeah, the women's pool of talent is not nearly as deep as the men's pool on both shows. So
yeah,
you don't get the fresh matchups very often. It does tend to kind of stale fairly quickly, but we'll see.
And then you can bring in things like a women's tag team championship, and now you have enough depth because all of the women's roster work both shows to actually do something. And so the people like the Iconics can actually get something, because let's be real, as hot as they are not going to be SmackDown or Raw Women's Champion.
Not anytime soon.
Anytime soon, especially with the gimmick.
Unless one of them gets hurt and the other one goes on it. Like if Billie Kay somehow gets hurt and Peyton Royce is solo, maybe see Peyton Royce get a little bit of a push. But yeah, they're not going to leapfrog the Charlottes and the Asukas and the Rondas.
But if you open it up like that and you create this women tag team, now you have something. You have a reason, because to me it's always stupid. Why, if there is no women's tag team title, why are you in a group? Because at the end of the day, there's two championships, but they're single championships, so there's only one person that can hold it.
That's true.
That's why they never got the push to win the NXT Women's Championship. So I think that this would be the best way to do it.
All right. Did I just see that somebody's already chipped in to the drive? Who's that? Jeffrey Cross sending some hungry hippo our way. Did I read that correctly?
You did.
Jeffrey freaking Cross, you are a badass, sir. Hungry hippo is the jam. Did you have that game when you were a kid?
Of course.
Hungry Hippo is so badass. Well, I don't know.
Oh, wait, because I'm black. I'm not supposed to have that.
It's not because you're black. You notice the marbles were white, and the colored hippos got to eat up the white marbles.
There we go.
Exactly.
That's why I love that fucking game. That's why I love that game.
Jeffrey Cross. Give it up for Jeffrey Cross making it happen. The first toy.
You know what that calls for?
That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting.
Wrong sounder.
Okay, yeah, it's interesting. Little dance break. Excellent. Jeffrey freaking Cross. Right there on the show. We didn't even have to wait till Monday's show to start getting the donations pouring in.
Boom.
So thank you, Jeffrey Cross, for making it happen for the kids. And for those of you just joining us, wondering what we're getting all fired up about, you can see it scrolling right below us here. Speez and the Benchmark Toy Drive 2018. Benefiting the good folks over at the Fort Bend County Women's Center. You can donate new and unwrapped toys. Going to go to the kids over there at the Women's Center who are very much in need of a big smile this holiday season. So we got the Amazon wish list set up at tinyurl.com/SBToyDrive2018.
And
so check that out.
I just got an idea.
Uh-oh.
You may not like it.
Well, is it going to be some too sweet idea again?
It definitely is.
Great.
It definitely is. If we can get to the 60 toys.
No, we're not. 60 toys is like the low end number. We got to make it we got to make it a legit high bar. If you want me to too sweet you, for God's sake. Well, okay, you guys out there pick a number. We're not going with 60 because 60's we can do 60 because we said 60 was doable.
75.
No, that's 75. We have to double it. 120.
100.
I'll meet you at 100.
Boom.
100 is a deal.
Right there,
it is.
people.
All right. Handshake right there. We get to 100 toys. I will do your stupid ass too sweet shit with Silky right here on the program.
Bam.
If we get to 100 toys.
With the Bullet Club music
Get the
playing in
table
the
set
background.
100, so there you go. We're going with 100. 100. What is this?
I'm adding to.
Bullet Club music? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, see, Jody said 102. I'm at the gym. My
so-
connection is shitty. What's happening, people in the chat? Oh, okay, you guys fill Lit Mantis in on what's going on. Thanks for joining us, Lit Man. Glad to have you with us.
So, we're going to do that. So, I need you to add the Bullet Club theme to the sounder.
I'm not adding shit.
I want the whole thing like Bullet Club.
Oh, God, it's going to be so bad. It's going to be so... Okay,
Yeah.
so...
And you'll wear my Bullet Club shirt.
Okay, that's fine. But then we're going to set an even higher tier. All right, so 100, I got a Too Sweet You and all this other bullshit and all that stuff. Thanks, Lit Man. I like this shirt. I got this in the Loot Crate, the Roman Reigns shirt there.
Yeah, and with the Bullet Club shirt.
Yeah, fine,
on,
the
yes.
Bullet Club shirt. Okay. So what are you going to do here, Super Guy? Let's say we get to, let's say we double it, 120. What are you going to do?
What do they want me to do? I'm not the one that has
You guys
an
got
issue
to
with.
figure out.
I'm not the
some
one
way
that has
to
an issue.
embarrass Silky.
I fucking wrestle in BBDs in
That's
front of
true.
a public crowd. I have no shame in my fucking game. So
That's true. We got to think of something. We'll think of something for sure. So, all right, there it is, 100 toys. 100 toys is a lofty goal. But again, to me, there's no fucking way that we don't get to 100 toys. We already got people sending in toys right here on the program. Hungry Hippo's on its way. If I see see, you're fucking it up, Silky. If I see Bullet Club shirts on either one of you, I will no longer be sending Super Hearts, says Lit Mantis. You're costing us money with this horse shit.
I'm a big Bullet Club fan.
See, there's Babaruski with the Elite shit already.
Yeah, so.
All right, 100 toys, folks. That's what the
And
goal
then-
is 60. 1% of our people chipping in. And that's just our people. Get the tables people, Dr. Huge people, all these other folks. And once we start sending it out there on the interwebs, you're telling me that we can't get up to 60 toys? We can't get up to 100 toys? No way.
100 toys for him to Too Sweet.
I should have made it much higher. 100 is a gift.
You already shook on it.
It's a gift.
Huh.
But that's okay. We're
It's
doing it
gonna
for
be-
the children. It's all about the kids. Is there a limit on how many we can donate?
No,
get the
there
tables.
is
You can
not.
send as many toys as you want.
You could send all 100. Just
Absolutely.
so next show he could Too Sweet.
Now I will say this though, and I said this to the kids. It's not so much about the number, like if you're gonna send, 10 Uno games at $5 a piece, just send one $50 gift. Like go buy a fucking bike or something.
Well, no, I think more.
You think more?
Yeah,
well,
I
you
think-
just want to see me too sweet, but I don't think
No, in general, reality, it's not about the price. It's about the quantity of these gifts for the families. Maybe more than one family wants to sit down and play Uno together.
That's true.
So,
and the other side
if
of
you
me
want to
said-
send 10 fucking Uno games, send 10 fucking Uno games.
That's true. That's true too. But I always said, think of something that you would want if you were a kid, and if.
But unfortunately,
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Lit Man. Tweet out that Amazon wish list if you haven't already. Daddy gets paid tomorrow.
Boom.
Woo! Lit Man. Making it happen. I'm telling you, by Monday, we're going to have a bunch of shit sitting in here. It's going to be outstanding.
But I don't think you've had to deal with it. Like, sometimes that's when you grow up rough or without not having as much, something like a $5 Uno game that you can sit and play means the world. It's not about a big gift. So
that's true.
I
totally
say
with you
send what you can and what's on your heart to send in, and they'll make it work.
No argument with that. No argument with that. It's gonna be very cool. I'm looking forward to it. Hungry Hippo.
Yeah.
We were going through and I was picking board games with the girl that I work with to sit next to me because she has daughters, and so she was helping me pick out all the shit for the girls because I don't know what the fuck to buy girls. I don't even know what to buy my son most times, but I know him a little bit better than I would know what to buy little girls. And she was like, "Oh, get all this stuff here, all this stuff." And we're looking through board games, and I see Hungry Hippo. I'm like, yes, Hungry Hippo is awesome. And Jeffrey Cross already retweeted everything. It should be making its round on the interwebs right now. So I got you guys this weekend. Says get the tables. Yes, yes. Silky, it's gonna blow up. I'm telling you,
It really is. So
it's gonna absolutely blow up. And when you guys start sharing the shit with other people, and they start seeing what a good time we're having with this, because that's what it's all about. It's all about having fun. I mean, this shit's gonna be covered. The wall behind us is gonna be covered with toys. It's gonna be amazing.
It is.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it. So that'll be a lot of fun. So let's get back to this women's TLC match. So we're saying that Asuka pretty much has no chance.
Unless they're going the route that I just described, and if they do, WWE, you can send the check to $1 Million Studios, made out for Silky Baines. Anyway,
when you send the toys, and you got the address for the toys right there, so you can send the check along with it.
Yes, and if they're not doing that, then no, I don't see that happening.
All right, then. So let's get over to Miss Charlotte. And actually, we're going to get to Charlotte here in just a minute and her chances. But we got a phone call.
What in the fuck?
It says, hey, fuck about wrestling God is what it says on the auto screener because our boy DJ is not available to screen today. So we're just going to put you on the air here, caller, and try to figure out exactly what it was you said. What's going on, caller? You're on the Speez and the Benchmark show. What's happening?
Hey, this is Mr. Warren Hayes.
Yes, Warren Hayes! Yeah! Our boy, what's going on, man?
Willie Johnson, I'm very, very happy to talk to you guys this evening. Fantastic.
Exactly.
Now, I was perusing perhaps the Amazon wish list. I don't know who put this together. Probably not Silky, because I feel Silky, he has a very fine knowledge of, what kids like and, what games they're looking for. I don't know who put it together, but Operation was not on the list.
Okay.
Right?
How the fuck did you not put Operation
Here's
on?
the thing. I went directly from the list that they put. Hold on. I went
look
directly
at
from the
this.
list that they
No,
put.
hang on.
Go ahead, Warren.
Chris,
Fine.
hang on a second. Now, hang on a second. I don't give a damn about your excuses, Chris. Operation was not on the list. So I figured that I corrected that wrong. I righted that slight. I got a game of Operation for those kids.
Yes,
Yeah,
Warren Hayes coming
a couple
through.
of minutes before calling in. It's done. I even threw in a card game of Uno so that I could get free shipping. And because
Beautiful.
I'm not crime either. I'm not running on easy street like you, Chris Speezak.
Hey, that's.
I don't pay for Prime. I don't pay for shipping.
That's awesome, Warren Hayes. Well, you know what? I passed by Operation,
Candyland,
and I was like, oh
Phase
yeah,
10, that's a good one. Uno.
yeah. See, Silky's
The
looking at the.
Incredibles,
Let me figure out how to
Clue.
get the list on here. Warren Hayes, you're a goddamn
Trouble,
superstar, and I'll
sorry.
hear nothing to the contrary. I love the fact that you
Yahtzee,
called in to let us
Jenga.
know that you're hooking us up with games already. So thank you for that.
But I also, I'm calling in. Yeah, I'm hijacking the show a little bit and promoting my own stuff. Saying, hey, look how cool I am. But I've done, and this is to everyone who's listening. You've mentioned it before. I'm gonna, and a little earlier, how the kids appreciate it. In my line of work, we do book drives for children during the holidays, but for new books, like brand new books, not used books.
Right.
Because a lot of these kids, we do it for families who are in need, not necessarily for women's shelters, but families who live under the poverty line.
Yes, sir.
Just getting a brand new book, one that's that cracks when you open it up, a stack of fresh comic books, stuff like that. The kids, their faces light up, the tears come into their eyes. It's really, really something special. So if you want to feel good about feeling good, guys, I think what Chris and Silky are doing here is fantastic, and it is a testament to how great these guys are, thinking about other folks like this. But as an online wrestling community, goddamn, we shit on each other so much during a year. We argue with each other. I think if there's one time a year where you can just put everything aside and do something collectively together, we should do it here. You should tweet out and share in all your social media with the Speez and the benchmark guys are doing right now. Go out, give anything you want, even if it's just like a $5 game. Guys, it'll change the complexion of the holidays for these kids.
Couldn't agree more. Like I said, I've been there and seen it firsthand myself, man. It's really amazing. It's really great to see.
And I can definitely say that Chris put this together. What the fuck? An
Look,
abacus?
they sent me
fucking abacus?
Look, Warren, we appreciate the phone call, sir. I'm going to fight with Silky here, and I'm going to do it so I don't scream your ear out here on the phone. But before we go, because you are a badass, and because you're the only two-time guest here on the Speez and the Benchmark show, and you already donated games to the Speeds and the Benchmark Toy Drive 2018. Pimp out your shit. Let everybody know where they can check out the Mr. Warren Hayes Show.
Oh, man, youtube.com/Mr. Warren Hayes. But honestly, everyone listening, just share the link out. Give what you can. This is a great cause. Just go for it, guys. Thank you, guys, for putting this together.
You got it, Warren. We love you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, you good. Bye-bye.
Warren Hayes. That's
Warren
Mr. Warren Hayes to you.
Mr. Warren motherfucking Hayes. Now,
coming through strong.
Hold on.
All right, now hold on. Before you get into all this shit,
abacus.
Hold on. There was a list that was sent, and it's on the thread that I tweeted out on our Twitter account at Speez Benchmark, where you can get more information.
List until you get to the very end.
Stop it.
Of fucking abacus.
It's because it's for little kids, Silky, little teeny tiny toddlers who are learning how to count. Learning how to count. What's the rating on the abacus, Silky? I wonder. What is it? Tell me. Fucking 5 stars. Because parents know what's up, and they know that abaci, which is the plural of abacus for those of us Latin scholars like me, abaci are good learning tools for youngsters. And that's what, look, it's an Amazon choice, for crying out loud. It's not like I just pulled the shit out of the sky. It's something that people can actually use.
You ain't have leapfrog when you was growing up? No, probably not, because, you grew up around the time of the fucking abacus. See, that's why you put it on the list.
Exactly. JPQ Juanito saying, good dude, Mr. Warren Hayes. And that's exactly right. Warren Hayes, Jeffrey Cross. I was sitting there and I was hoping earlier when I was telling Silky about, everything we had set up for the show tonight. And I was like, you know what? I'll bet that some people are going to send gifts while we're doing the show. And I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. And it's already happening, man. It's already happening. People are already getting stuff sent to the show. All right, we're going to go to the freaking Amazon wish list here, Silky. Damn it. Because here you are complaining.
Dude, you put a fucking abacus.
Talk to the people about some shit while I pull this up here.
All right.
This is what happens when I turn the show over to Silky.
You are insanely old because you put a fucking abacus on the list.
You act like it's an abacus that like Socrates used back in the days or something like that. It's a learning tool. It's for little baby kids. It was on the list that they sent me, for crying out loud.
A fucking abacus. I can't believe it.
SB Toy Drive 2018. All right, folks. We're going to it right now.
Matter of fact, while you're here, you can add stuff to it, can you not? Give us some good suggestions of stuff to add to the list.
Yeah, and like I said, folks, you don't have to just stick with what's on the wish list. If you want to do what Warren Hayes did and say, where's Operation? Why is Operation not on there? I'm sending in Operation. Absolutely do that. If there's a sale at the Walmart across the street from your house and you want to go get something from there.
Chutes and ladders.
And that's just game stuff.
Yeah.
But, hey, look.
We got some makeup.
We got gift cards from iTunes because there's a lot of teenagers that go there, right? They don't give a shit about toys. You get them a $25 iTunes gift card, they're going to love that. They're absolutely going to love that. They got wireless headphones. That was a good one, I thought. Wireless headphones. Yeah, the kids are digging wireless headphones. Apparently, the Nike socks. Like designer socks. I don't know what it got.
I've never been
The kids love them, dude. Like $20 for a pair of fucking socks.
I don't understand.
And everybody has to wear them.
Back when I had this old job, and I had a coworker always talking about like my socks, and I'm like, they're just regular. They're socks. Apparently now it used to be you don't want to see the sock, and I'm like, but it's a sock. Who gives a fuck? I'm wearing a sock, and now I guess you want to see it because they're designer, and like unless you're walking around with no shoes on, I don't see the point in designer fucking socks. Yeah. Me personally. But hey,
the kids wear them.
The kids will love it.
They love these Nike socks. We got, of course, football, basketball. I'm going to bring a basketball on Monday in honor of my 33-16 beatdown of Silky at the basketball shootout.
Motherfucker, you know that shit was
33-16 beatdown.
We are going to record this. We're going to take a camera. We're going to go to the court, and you're going to get this work.
Whatever.
And we're going to record it.
You said that last time. Oh, and so I put Monopoly Fortnite on here. Dude, anything Fortnite. They said the kids freak out for anything Fortnite.
Yeah,
so I put all the Fortnite pop figures in there, because we got the pops here at $1 Million Studios. So if you want to hook up some of the Fortnite pop figures, the Fortnite is big.
Yeah, my youngest plays it. I don't understand. I've tried playing it, and it was just not my cup of tea.
You running around until you get killed all of a sudden?
It's just like with Halo. Like, that's not my game. That's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. We got skateboards. There's a Razor scooter
Five Below.
for $30. $30 for a Razor scooter. Scooters are crazy. Legos. The kids love Legos. I got all that kind of stuff there.
And then bonus, you can use them in wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Oh, Mac Diesel donated an abacus. Really?
Mac
For
Diesel
real?
donated the app. Yes. Mac Diesel, you're awesome.
Really?
Mac Diesel coming through. So we got Jeffrey Cross, Mac Diesel, and Mr. Warren Hayes sending gifts right here on the program. And look at our show. We got a very slow show here tonight because everybody's watching Thursday Night Football. It's going to happen to our ratings. We know it's happening. We already got gifts coming this way. And he bought the abacus.
Really?
That's so amazing.
I can't believe you, Mac.
That's absolutely awesome.
I cannot believe.
Yeah, but
you.
there's like blocks. Here's the Crayola colored pencils and you know, all the markers and such. Look at this thing, dude. It's 140 crayons in this super cool like little holding case and stuff. We got karaoke microphones. We got drones. All kinds of cool shit. Thomas the Train. My boy loved him some Thomas the Train, man.
Never was, and my kids, of course, then my kids were girls. So Dora the fucking Explorer.
See, Mac Diesel says $11.99 for an abacus. I had to do it. He had to do it, and he did it, and that's amazing. That is awesome. I'm amped, dude. Stuff coming on the way already. So, like I said, folks, check out the information down below. tinyurl.com/sbtoydrive2018. Hit up that Amazon wish list and make it happen for the kids over at the Fort Bend County Women's Center. We're very excited to be helping those folks out. Okay, let's see if we can actually get through talking about one match while we're here on the program. We already said Asuka's got no shot at this. What about Charlotte?
She has a better shot.
You say Charlotte could win the, I say, based on what I'm reading online, and I think some of you would agree with this. There are many who would say that, number one, because they seem to be setting up Charlotte to one day break her father's record of most, WWE championship titles, which I could totally see WWE doing.
Which technically she crushed that because,
she got 7 already.
Yeah, Ric Flair only had 2 WWE championship runs.
Well, I think world championships is what they're going for.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Eventually get her up to 17. But, so you could see her getting an 8th, number one. And number two, as we said, you take the title off of Becky, it opens up the door for her to win the Royal Rumble. Everybody's already talking Royal Rumble, I guess, because TLC is kind of a transitional pay-per-view to get us there. But is that a scenario that you see happening, or do you see Becky Lynch holding on to the title?
I see Becky holding on to the title.
I think I agree with you. It would be nice if she did.
Yeah.
What I don't want to see is another situation where we see Becky and Charlotte start ping-ponging it back and forth Charlotte and Sasha Banks did forever. And we don't want to see anything like that. But
I honestly don't think that it's going to be like that. I think if they take it off of Becky, it's strictly so they can put her in the Royal Rumble to get her to Ronda Rousey.
That's fair enough. And I think it's going to be a crazy entertaining match. Look,
honestly, I think Becky wins because I think Charlotte's going to get involved and cost Charlotte. Charlotte's going to cost Charlotte. Ronda's going to cost Charlotte that match.
Could be. Listen, I think that match should be extremely entertaining. It's nice to see Asuka back in another big match. That will be very nice. And if the last match between Becky and Charlotte is any indication, where they went completely balls to the wall in the last pay-per-view or before Survivor Series, and they had that amazing no DQ match, and then now we've got the TLC match. Can't expect much different. I think that's going to be outstanding. On the men's side of things, we got Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose finally getting into the ring together. I was excited about this match until I found out this Monday, December 3rd, I believe it is, Monday Night Raw going to be here in Houston. And what is the main event of that Monday Night Raw going to be?
Now, are you sure it's not just like a dark match?
It's Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
But
they advertised it on Raw this past week that it's going to be Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose next week on Raw. Why are they burning this match before the pay-per-view?
I mean, unless they plan on changing the match so it's different, like giving them this match some kind of screw job finish or controversial finish and then say, hey, we're going to do a tables match or we're going to do a ladder match.
Because right now there's
why
no
don't they do
stipulation.
that? Like, I've noticed, I think last year they had a TLC match, but I remember back in the day there was a tables match, there was a ladder match, and then there was the TLC match.
Yeah, just a couple years ago they had, because I remember Kalisto being involved in a chair match against...
which I thought was kind of fucking stupid. A fucking chair match. That just sounds stupid.
Not a WWE question. What is Silky's favorite match he's been in, and is it on YouTube?
Favorite match... I've been in it had to be.
And shout out to you, David, over on the YouTubes. We appreciate you joining us, sir.
I would have to say probably this most recent, that 3 Stages of Hell match I did with T-Ray.
That was a great match.
It's not on YouTube. I mean, there's footage of it, but it's not something we put out on YouTube just because of, it came from a fan who was very pro T-Ray. So his commentary, which while was golden, but it's not something it's just not as professional as we want to put out for the company. Right. But it was a great match. After that, I'd say my match with Chase Stevens was pretty fun just because I wasn't supposed to wrestle him. And at the last minute, someone no-showed. And so we went out there, literally, we decided it was going to be me versus him the match before this match is supposed to happen. So we went out there and really talked about nothing, and we had a great match.
I'm going to have to cut together the match that you had with Gene Snitsky.
Yeah, that would be great.
I'll cut that one together because that was fun. That was a fun match.
Yeah, that was fun, because I had no clue what he was going to do, and he goes out of the ring. Snitsky marches
that
to the
guy
beat
can
of
work a crowd.
Snitsky's own drum.
He is a different kind
You just
of cat.
gotta go with it because, plus he's fucking huge. He called me fat within 2 minutes of meeting me. Like, hi, I'm Silky Baines. I'm Snitsky. You're fat. Really?
And
he's you're gonna keep calling me fat? If you wasn't 6'8" and ripped to shreds, I told him he had 10 more times.
Now? He's 50 something.
Yeah,
and
I told him he had 6 more times to call me fat, and then I was gonna do something. And then I was probably honestly just going to extend it because that motherfucker was huge.
He's like Billy Gunn ripped at 50-plus years old. The guy looks unbelievable.
And I like that match just because we didn't talk about anything there. And the fact that I got to see how I made other smaller wrestlers feel, and it gave me perspective. When he put his hands up for the test of strength and I legit couldn't reach it, I was like, this is what these smaller wrestlers I work feel like. Holy shit.
When I do this shit to them. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I'm disappointed that they burned the Rollins-Ambrose match, or they're going to on Monday. Who knows what will happen with it, and whether or not it'll end up being something interesting. TLC, I don't know, man. I'm not we got a little ways to go before we get there, but hopefully they do a few more stipulations this year than they have in the past. Like you said, give us a tables match. Yeah, give us just a chairs match, with the smaller athletic guys.
I don't want chairs match sounds so fucking stupid.
It does.
I don't want a chairs match. Just tables, and give me a ladder match, which I'm sure if they're doing this match, it's going to be something involved where it's a DQ probably, and Dean Ambrose brings out a ladder and beats Seth down with it, and then they announce that the match is now a ladder match for the Intercontinental title. That's what I'm calling. But because that's the only match. A tables match would be all right, but I think it'd be more exciting, especially with Seth Rollins, to have a ladder match, to see him in a ladder match.
I agree. I think that would be a lot of fun. I wish they would bring back the Intercontinental title ladder match at WrestleMania. That, to me,
I didn't like that.
A couple years in a row, man, it was outstanding. I
didn't like it.
Great. You didn't like it?
No.
Oh, I thought they were so good.
No, they were great matches, but it took Intercontinental, I compare that to the Steamboat Savage, these classic one-on-one matches. It's very easy to have good matches when you just throw a shitload of people there in an environment where really you could do whatever the fuck you want to do. So it takes away from, this is the workhorse title. So it kind of takes away from it. It's just people taking crazy bumps and the worst part is we can't even say nothing because it's 70,000 people. So if not now, then there's never an opportunity for you to take crazy bumps.
Yeah, well, and it's better than, Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title on the fucking pre-show like we had a couple years ago. I think it was Corbin and
it was
Ambrose.
Corbin.
Yeah.
And it was, that match wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't, but it's just, when you pair
but
the two
when you
against
do
each other,
WrestleMania, what people have to realize is that this is your big show. So you're putting everything there. Something's got to go on the pre-show.
I agree.
No matter what, that WrestleMania, there was a legitimate gripe for any match you took off the main show to put on a pre-show. because something has to go on the pre-show. So
yeah, for sure. All right, folks, we're going to get out of here very soon. But before we go, we want to set you up with the information one more time about the Speez and the Benchmark Toy Drive 2018, benefiting the good folks over at the Fort Bend County Women's Center. You can donate those new unwrapped toys until December the 14th. That is 2 weeks from tomorrow, 2 weeks from Friday. And the best way to get started is to head over to our Amazon wishlist, tinyurl.com/SB Toy Drive 2018. The shipping address is right there. But if you buy from the Amazon wishlist, the shipping address will auto-populate when you go to checkout. And it'll send it over to us here at $1 Million Studios, and we will deliver it to you.
Or if you want to just donate something, on our tweet, it'll have the address.
Absolutely.
Just buy whatever you want, buy as much of whatever you want, and send it in.
60 toys is the goal. 100 toys means that I have to Too Sweet Silky here on the
and
program
a Bullet Club
while
shirt
wearing a Bullet Club shirt.
With the Bullet Club theme music playing in the background.
Going, and the Bullet Club guys doing a conga line behind me. Like, we're just going to keep adding shit as we go.
Yes.
So that's fine. But hey, listen, folks, again, I want to say a big thank you to Warren Hayes for calling in and pimping this thing out. And I know you guys are going to be doing the same on Twitter, so thanks in advance to all of you doing that. Huge shout out to Mac Diesel, Jeffrey Cross, Warren Hayes, guys who have already bought toys for the toy drive. And we got Mac Diesel and Jeffrey Cross get the tables. Dr. Huge dropping Super Hearts on us here today on the program. Do we miss anybody from the Super Hearts? I always hate to shout some people out and miss them.
Mac Diesel,
and Lit Mantis, of course, watching us while he's at the gym. So thank you, sir. So once again, folks, anything that you can do to help spread the word and send some of those toys this way, man, I really think this is something that can take off, and I'm really excited about seeing what we can do here. It's going to be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun talking about it tonight. Yes. We're going to have even more fun when we start filling this place up with toys. So, Silky, before we get out tonight, anything else you got to get out there for the people?
Yes, I do. I have this Saturday, I will be at the 4th annual Christmas with Krampus SmackDown at Eureka Heights Brewery at 941 West 18th Street here in Houston, Texas. I'll be wrestling Romeo Falcon.
Nice. That'll be good.
And next week, I will be in Eustis, Texas for NTWA, which is out by Dallas, and a bunch of places where my kind doesn't seem welcome. And
my kind.
I'll be wrestling APOC, and then...
APOC?
Yeah, APOC. Or
APOC.
Like Apocalypse.
Not a POC, like you're going to go get
like Apocalypse.
Yeah, I got you.
Or Adam Asher. I don't know what. He breathes fire, and he's old.
Okay, then.
But he's a great guy in the ring. But I'm going to win. I'm going to beat his ass. Anyway.
And we got the Tugboat Taylor Invitational.
Yes, that's what I was getting to. December 16th, Tugboat Taylor Invitational, which your boy here plans to win to represent for my training from the great Tugboat Taylor.
Rest in peace, Tugboat Taylor. Going to be a great show. DZW Wrestling, or DZW, I should say. It's kind of repetitive to say DZW Wrestling. DZ Wrestling on Twitter. DZWrestling.com is the website. All right, folks, for the Benchmark, Silky Baines.
I can't believe you put a fucking abacus on the list.
And thank you to Jeffrey Cross for buying it already. We appreciate that. Speez of the Benchmark Show, everybody. We'll see you Monday night following Monday Night Raw. Have a good night, everybody.